and that was kind of that. So if you fast forward to the age of around like 2021, at this point my life had gotten a lot better. I had actually enrolled into uni now. I was working 2 jobs part-time, but I was smoking heavily. Like, I think I was buying a Q a week. I was kind of trying to numb myself, and I thought that it was sociable, but it really wasn't. I was still having like frequent panic attacks in the background, and I knew that I was still in a bad place. The weed was really damaging for me. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with that, but for me personally, it really heightened the level of anxiety that I had. It heightened my paranoia. I was forgetful about a lot of things. I was really like, I was like in a weed coma. I was like a zombie. I was unmotivated, I was unsociable, and I was unhappy. That is the truth. Like, I was unsociable, unmotivated, unhappy. I was still suffering with bad anxiety. In fact, my anxiety was like at an all-time high. It had rocketed. It was just a lot to deal with. And basically, at about the age of 23, crashed big time. Like, all the things and emotions that I had been running from, all the bad things that I had been pushing to the back of the mind, they were unleashed by something, and I could not control it anymore. My anxiety and depression took over me. I no longer had control of myself, and I just felt like the whole world was on my shoulders. And I literally sat in my car and was like, what is happening? And I just felt like I had lost all control of my life, and like I had nothing to live for. I felt like it wouldn't matter if I didn't wake up the next day. I just felt like I was tired. I was tired of pushing on. I was tired of putting on a brave face. I was tired of going to work. I was just exhausted, and my emotions just, they took over me. They literally took over me, and there was nothing I could do. I started crying all the time. I couldn't get out of bed. I stopped going to work. I felt so bad about myself. I isolated myself. Like, I stopped seeing people. I stopped seeing my mum. I would hide away in my flat. I wasn't eating again properly. I was just, again, in a really, really bad place. So, moving on, I went to the doctors. I explained what was happening to me, and I did have the common symptoms of anxiety / depression. So, like I said, the first time I saw her, she offered me sertraline. Sertraline, I'm just gonna show you, is a anxiety and depression medication that is supposed to help ease your moods and is a coping mechanism. 1 box of these, and my mood was already like down here, and it went to like the flat below me, below them to the floor. Like, my mood went kaput. When I spoke to my doctor, she did say that one of the side effects is that it often makes you worse before it makes you better, but this made me and my mood wasn't improving with the sertraline. She also offered me a referral of CBT, which is cognitive behavioural therapy, to take one less pressure away. So I was signed out of work, but still going to uni. I wasn't going to uni at all. Second year, second semester, I don't think they see me once. Like, I was stuck in the house. But she was really welcoming, and she made me understand that like a lot of people go through this, and it's good to seek help. So that's the only bad thing, is that I thought she kind of prescribed these too quickly. It was the first time I had gone about like anxiety or anything, so the fact that she prescribed it so quickly was kind of like, whoa, like the work. And she signed me out initially for 2 weeks. After the 2 weeks I hadn't improved. I think I actually got worse by not doing anything. So then she signed me out for a month and a half. Myself that I really needed help. Like, I felt like I didn't want to be like this anymore, and I need help. I need to get out of this. So I didn't know where to go either for the help, or who to look for. And then I got my CBT assessment, and they said, yep, sure, come along for the therapy. CBT, just briefly, is almost like a talking therapy. Cognitive behavioural therapy is a type of therapy that tries to change your outlook or perception of your problems. So it kind of tries to topple over your negative perception into a positive perception, and tries to change the way you think about your problem. So instead of seeing everything as a whole problem that sits on your shoulders, they try to break it down and make it easier to digest and get on with your day to day. After 3 weeks of this type of therapy, the therapist advised that he didn't believe this was the right type of therapy for me, and he wanted to refer me for psychotherapy. I had a lot of undealt with issues that were affecting my day-to-day behaviours, and it was triggering the anxiety and the depression. I did finish the course with him. I think CBT would be really helpful if I didn't have so many background issues going on, but travelling saved my life. Like, I detoxed from here, I detoxed from social media, I detoxed from all the people around me, from work, from uni. I really got a chance to check in with myself for the first time, and really try to understand why this was happening to me and what I could do about it. I had obviously stopped smoking because I just wasn't smoking while travelling, and that made everything feel 10 times better. My head was clearer, I didn't feel so groggy, I felt more motivated. I started exercising all the time. When we were out travelling, I was doing yoga, we were exercising, I felt good. Like, I felt really good off my mind and chest that I had never let go of before. And I was finding bits of myself that wanted to be saved and didn't want to be stifled out. So I made a conscious decision that I would come home and try and maintain a level of coping and try and find a way to save myself. So I've come to the point of my story. I tried to be really brief with that, but I've come to the point of my story which I hope helps you guys. And it was when I had returned to the UK, what I was going to do to start to manage, cope and overcome the issues that I was going through. So care, in the self-care category, and some were supported care, and I had to make conscious decisions, i.e. I haven't smoked again. I haven't actually smoked weed. Obviously I'm pregnant now, so it's different, but I haven't smoked weed by choice since November 2017. To be precise, the 15th of November 2017. I did smoke when I went to Miami in May. It was my birthday and I just got like caught up, but I didn't actually come back and make it a habit, get up and get out. I didn't feel so groggy when I woke up in the morning. My mind was just clearer and I felt like my life was just a lot better. I started meditating. I have to show you guys this. I downloaded this app called Headspace. Please excuse my phone, it's cracked, but I downloaded this app called Headspace. Can you see that? And it has just saved my life. Originally I just had the free one, and it has basic meditation that allows you to meditate anything from 2 minutes a day to 15 minutes, and I was doing 10 minutes a day in the morning. I'd wake up, I'd say 10 affirmations, I'd listen to my meditation, and I would go about my day. and it actually made me feel so much better, having 10 minutes to check in with myself. A time where you get in touch with yourself, you scan how your body's feeling, you scan how your mind's feeling, you focus on your breathing, and you feel good after. Like, I feel really good. And then another thing that really helped me, and I would recommend to anybody and everybody, is a lady called Chloe Brotheridge. That is her book, called The Anxiety Solution. It is just an amazing book. It is something you can keep practicing again and again. Online, loads of affirmations online. I actually listen to affirmations on Spotify and on on YouTube. I play pregnancy affirmations when I'm going to sleep, and I've written in my 2019 diary, which I'm going to get into in a minute, 12 positive affirmations for the year. I am not going to worry. Worry does nothing. From a child, I used to bite my nails like down to here because I was so worried and I was so out of control. But worry is not a positive emotion. It doesn't solve anything. Exercise, I cannot again stress enough how helpful exercise is. It releases an emotion in your brain that tells you you are happy, and you are. You also achieve like physical goals from exercise. Somebody, I'm sorry. But exercise is really, really helpful. Having a diary, thank you Paper Chase. In 2018 I got a diary for the first time ever in my life, and I actually used it. You will know if you suffer with anxiety that your brain is on 10. I mean, look at a week. That's a week for me. That's all the things that are in my brain that I feel like I have to do. And if I don't write them down in my diary, when I go to sleep at night, I lie there and my brain's like, this is the things I need to do for the next month. And then I end up not doing any of them because I'm overwhelmed by every. Diary helps me manage my day-to-day tasks. It saved my life, so I encourage you all to actually go out, get a diary. Use your calendar in your phone if you don't want an actual diary. Get the thoughts out of your head and onto a piece of paper. On to the next point, while we're talking about that, getting things out of your head and onto paper. I write so many to-do lists. Like, I will be real with you, some of my to-do lists I write and then I don't do anything on the list, but just getting it out of my brain. When you have a doctor and midwife appointments, and whether I've attended them, what day, what time, even though they're already in my diary, it's just to get it out of my head. I write to get things out of my brain, and it really, really helps me. I would say don't throw your books on the floor. Therapy. I actually have been going to psychotherapy for nearly 6 months now, and I go every single, sorry, I just bent down to pick up my books. I go every single Monday for an hour, and sometimes it frustrates me because I'm like, why am I even coming here? I don't know what I'm going to talk about this week, but I always go and I always talk for the whole hour, and I always feel really good when I leave. I do tap into emotions that I haven't before. My psychotherapist is helping me understand my emotions. She's helping me understand previous trauma and how I can deal with the way I go about things now. She is helping me. I mean, I have a really big fear that I'm going to pass on my anxiety or my worrying way of mindset or get depressed when I have the baby, and she's helping me go about that. Into another service called Perinatal, and they deal with mental illness for pregnant women and women with brand new babies or young children. And I'm just making the most of what is available to me, so I would suggest as well that you guys make the most of things that are available to you. One that I can't stress enough: 1 day a month minimum, 2 days a month if I can, I schedule in a self-care day. I try to aim to do them on a Sunday because I find a Sunday well spent brings a week of content. I will turn my phone on airplane mode. Ain't nobody calling me, ain't nobody Snapchatting me, ain't nobody Instagramming me, and I feel relaxed and comfortable and make me feel good, and they set me up for a good week or a good month. So I definitely would promote a self-care pamper day with my friends. I do like to see my friends and maintain social relationships because they are beneficial and they are positive for you, but I do also like to have time for myself. Check in with me. How am I? Do you want to stay at home this evening? Yes, I do. I want to be by myself, and that is okay. And yeah, I obviously recently have really tried to push my social platforms. I really want to use this channel to, you know, just kind of tell my story and what's going on with me and hopefully inspire others. But I do also advise that, like I said in the past, be social, but be smart with your socials because they do also really impact our mental health. So go on a social media diet, guys. Eliminate what you need to eliminate, keep what you need to keep but no, do what is good for you. Since being pregnant, if you're pregnant and watching this, I have a shower every night, obviously, and when I get out of the shower I massage my tummy with oils, and as I massage him I say affirmations for nearly about 20 minutes, and I talk to him and try and put my love out of me into him. So what I want to say is try to focus on, you know, how to maintain your positive mindset, because at the end of the day that's what will help minimize your feelings of anxiety, etc. I try, although it be hard, to stick to the things that I've said above. It is hard, but I would rather struggle to do these things than have the feelings that I've had in the past. And I just try to have a clear and positive mind. Guys, if you want to see more videos like this, if you want me to go in on more subjects like this, please put your suggestions in the comments below. I am happy to do this. This is an open book for me. Although it be hard, I am ready to give it all to you guys. So like I said in my previous video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Please tune into my channel every Tuesday. Helpful. And yeah, thanks so much again for watching my YouTube channel, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.